Hey everyone, it's Jake Clark, and we got a new guest on today. Katie Dowen is stepping in for John Schneider. John is out at doing a printer setup down in Iowa for the Cube Pro. It's part of what we do is on-site training as well as in-house training. So he's out doing that with our sales guy, Aaron. So Katie volunteered to step in.
Oh, yes.
Well, I kind of said that you're going to do this today. Sorry if I caught you off guard. But so Katie is our PR intern. So Katie, if you want to explain a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I handle all of our social media. So if you see any posts from me on Facebook or Twitter, that's me behind the scenes. Then I just help with, some content, podcast materials, emails, whatever we need. I kind of just step in. So yeah.
So she works on getting us content. She gets us content for our podcasts. Works a lot with Eric, our multimedia guy.
Events, if we have any.
Events. So she helped out with 3D Printing Week. She's going to be helping with some of our Christmas stuff that's going to be coming up. So look forward to that. She's also helped with the map in the office. We have a map of all the places we've traveled to as far as trade shows and where we've sold to. We're working on a map as well for international sales and our online sales, so we can show where we've sold internationally. About a third of our sales are international, so that's a fun fact of the day. So we're going to get into it. It's Black Friday, so be careful out there, or the morning before. Hopefully everyone made it home alive. I did not go out. I'm going to stay at my house and do nothing.
Heck?
I don't do the shopping part.
Do you just do Cyber Monday?
Not really. I don't really do any shopping on Black Friday. It's either I'm already
I
done.
do the shopping.
I'm either done with it, or I wait until the week before. But I can't do that this time. So happy Black Friday, everybody. So the next thing is we just got back last week from Nashville from the ACTE conference, the Vision conference. About 9,000 people there, roughly. There was 9 aisles of exhibitors, which totaled probably about maybe 40 exhibitors per aisle. So there's quite a few there. Stratasys was there. We were there. Hi-Rel 3D was there. They have a very interesting printer that actually has a computer that comes with it. We'll post a link on that as well. Then the Army was there, the Navy was there. Got to drive a fake excavator on a simulator. That was pretty cool. So we drove down again. Myself, Aaron, and John drove down there. It was only a day trip.
A lot better than Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, where it was 2 days to 3 days to get down there. But surprisingly, we didn't kill each other, so that was good.
Always a win.
It is. But some bad news on the way back. But anyway, so we drove down there. We drove down there, and we got to hang out at the Gaylord Opry Center. That was pretty cool to see that. We went to a couple different eateries around the area.
Your hotel was pretty cool.
Our hotel was awesome. We had a atrium view, so we got to see one of 3 or 4 different areas that they have where it's plants, or I know another area is like a little shopping center. We had a view of the main entrance, which is mostly plants. There was a bar with waterfall behind it, so we'll post a picture on that as well, so you guys can see what that looked like. So that was really neat. The Gaylord Opry Center is pretty big. But Nashville was actually pretty cool. We got to see a couple different things. We got to go to a couple different eateries downtown.
Favorite food while you were there?
So my favorite food, I do not remember the eatery that it was at, but it was it was just north of the Gaylord Opry Convention Center, and it was ribs. They had really good rack of ribs.
Okay, so was it dry rub or barbecue sauce?
It was barbecue sauce.
Okay,
and it just peeled right off the bone. Oh, it's delicious. Best. And then the baked beans were amazing.
You get sides? Yeah, I was going to say.
Baked beans aside, I got steamed broccoli, which once I tried their fries, Aaron had fries. Once I tried their fries, I was like, nope, I should have got fries. Steamed broccoli was good, but anyway.
Always go with the potatoes.
I'm sorry. They didn't have enough ketchup for me. So anyway, so that was my favorite, but I know John and Aaron would vote for Jack's Barbecue, which is downtown Nashville. They had really good brisket, he says. He vouched for that the entire trip. We went there the first night, and he really wanted to go there again, so we got to go there again. But so that was another great eatery place. The Wild Horse Saloon was another great place for entertainment. So we got to see kind of the sights and scenes and sounds of Nashville, which was awesome. But when it broke down to the trade show, we had a really great trade show. We got to talk to a lot of educators, so a lot of you guys out there that are watching this. It was great talking to you guys, hearing what your needs are, having you guys look at our printers and see what we got to offer. Ninja Flex was a hit.
As always.
It was great. They loved it. We also,
so fun.
Well, you can do so many different things with it. I mean, you can't, there's some things that aren't practical with it.
Right.
But, if you're looking for a prototype that has that flexibility, literally, Ninja Flex is great. And it's a fun little material to play with and work with. So we brought our Cube Pro, we brought our Lulzbot, we brought our Mini, and we brought our Rep 2X. Had them running in the booth. We had Triton Labs, which we announced. We talked about that last week. John and I are going to talk about that a little bit more next week in the podcast. So I'll spare you that part, Katie. We're still trying to train her in as far as that goes, as far as what the different things are. She'll be posting some on Triton's Facebook page, which we will have up at some point. I don't know if it'll be up by the time this airs, but it'll be up soon. So go ahead and like that when it's up. But she'll be handling a lot of the Triton Lab stuff. So like I said, we'll talk about that next week, John and I, and give a recap of how that's going to work and different things. But we announced that we got a really good feedback from some users. Is that we're accepting beta users, a limited amount of beta users on that. So check that out.
Do they just go on the website for that, or?
Yeah, we'll. I believe it's still on the website for that. I think it's tritonlabs.co. But like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit more next week to show you how, tell you guys where to go, what to do. Like I said, limited amount of beta users, rolling out in Q1. But yeah, we'll talk more in depth about that next week.
Sounds good.
But what was another thing? So we announced
Nashville was a hit.
Nashville was a hit. We got to talk to a lot of great people. I know I have a Snapchat we'll try and put on Instagram maybe where it is the U.S. Army's bomb robot. I believe it's the bomb robot. I'm not sure. Actually came up to our booth and grabbed the Ninja Flex off our table and then went away with it. And then he came back and he put it back up there. So that was kind of cool.
Pretty cool.
So there was robots around. A lot of interesting things to see.
So how was your trip back?
So it was eventful, to say the least. So we left about 4 a.m. from Nashville. Then we got about 70 miles east of Kansas City, so about halfway home, and my check engine light started flashing.
Always a good sign.
Yeah, and what that means is that the engine was misfiring, and it's either the spark plug or something else in the engine that needed to be replaced. We're 70 miles out from the nearest dealership that was open on a Saturday. So we had to drive the car, drive the Ford Escape out to the dealership, 72 miles with the engine light flashing. And thankfully, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but the dealership out there, thank you guys for fixing that for us. We got home safely, but about a 3-hour delay, so we got in about 1:30 Saturday night. And thankfully, that is the first time that we've ever had on our Seattle, our Pittsburgh, our Santa Clara, any issues whatsoever.
Good car.
So
until this trip.
Until this one, but
now it'll last you for another 5 trips
at least. So hopefully, hey, it's a great, reliable car. It's comfortable. At least the driver's seat is. But yeah, so the Nashville trip was successful. The next trip that we're going on is CES in Las Vegas. That's the next trip that John and I will be taking. We'll probably have quite a bit to talk about after that, as far as new things that got released, different things we saw, the correct pictures, as some of the publications out there, when they take a picture, they just say, oh, 3D printer, click, picture, great. Well, we're sitting there going, oh, no, we need to see this part of the printer. So Katie will be posting some of those when we get back from CES. We'll be constantly updating that. So that's in January. Otherwise, I think the next trade show we're going to is in April. Right now is the plan is April at the Inside 3D Printing Conference, I believe, something like that, in New York. So that's the next one we have planned. I will not be driving there. We will be flying Two reasons. One, I believe that the trade show is actually in Manhattan, and I do not want to drive.
No, that trailer.
No, it would not be fun. I could do it, but I just don't want to. So we fly into that. But so overall, Nashville trip was great. It was awesome. Great talking to the educators out there, getting their feedback on things, seeing where they're at, and just the excitement of educators wanting to apply this technology in the classroom is huge. So a couple things to kind of finish up today's podcast. It's going to be kind of a short one, but so the Lulzbot. So we have the Lulzbot mini box.
Yes, they sent us a little package.
What do we have in there?
What
do we
box.
get? It has a little pallet.
Are you excited?
It has a little pallet. It's cute. We should get a little tiny RC forklift in the office here, and then we can drive it around.
Lift things. Okay.
So you use forklifts for?
Aleph Objects sent this to us. Got a nice little sticker decal here. Ooh. And then we got
a rocktopus.
A rocktopus. Rocktopus because it's doing the rock symbol.
Or bison. It could say go bison.
Or go bison.
Either one. We can go either way on that one.
I'm good with that too. And then
it's a double win.
Bias. And then they actually sent us a little flip book, which is so cool. And you can see this video more in depth of the flip book on our Instagram. Yes. So at Fargo 3D Printing, because we decided to film it. It's pretty cool. So it shows the rocktopus actually being printed. So that was cool.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah. We should make all these.
Well, we should.
Kind of copying. But...
Well, we should make a flip book of different things for the. Yeah, that's
what would you want to put in it?
I don't know. You could put anything. You could put the cube in there. You could put the maker boss. You could put.
Well, I'm not just talking about the printer. I'm talking about like what object.
Oh, I have no idea.
Something that has height to it.
This guy. Forgot his name.
Cool.
By the way, that movie came out.
Big Hero 6.
Yes.
Don't know if that's his name or not. But
I have no idea. I think John went and saw it, or he's gonna go see it, or we're gonna go see it as a. Baymax. Is it Baymax? Thank you.
Baymax. John's kind of obsessed with that.
Well, yeah, he just went and saw Interstellar, and that was great. But back on track. God, need John back here. He keeps me on track.
Happens.
So 3D system stuff. They are releasing some very exciting things at Euromold. I believe it was this week or next week or last week, whatever. We're going to talk about that, John and I, next week on the podcast. We're going to cover some new things that they've come out with, what we think on it, our points and views, and kind of what we're excited about out of that. I know I don't know if I can talk too much about that. Triton Labs, again, we'll talk about that next week. But yeah, so to finish out, one of our number one fans out there, Jason Hoy. I believe I say
our number one fan.
He is. He's liked everything on Facebook. Yeah. He follows us on YouTube now. I don't know if you're listening to the Podbean or YouTube, but if you're not listening to the Podbean, watch the YouTube, Jason, because today we got your shirt in. So we have I can't read upside down.
The Hoyfab Crawlers.
So
is his company.
Turn around here.
And Jason, they do RC custom parts and repair. So that's really cool.
Yeah. And
they're out of Bend, Oregon, I think. Yep.
Yeah. So they
they 3D print a lot of their parts, which is really cool.
Yeah, there's a YouTube video actually out there about Jason. I believe it was Jason. I believe it was you, Jason, that was opening the box, talking about your 3D printer, getting it set up. Just watched that a little bit ago, so that's awesome to see how you're using 3D printing, because it's just, I mean, it's great for those projects such as RC cars. For instance, I know a guy that did a tank. He did a full replica of a tank. He did everything down to the nuts and the bolts, and it was probably the size, of a Tonka dump truck that you'd see. I mean, just really detail and really awesome. I don't know if I doubt I can find the picture. It's out there somewhere, but somebody did it. Might be on Thingiverse. I'm not sure. But that was that was a cool thing. And you're doing a great job, because you actually fooled one of our employees. He actually thought that was a real truck on one of your pictures, Jason. So you fooled him, but you guys do a really great job. And it's really cool on how you're applying 3D printing. It's another way to apply.
Very awesome application that you don't necessarily think of when you hear 3D printing. So.
Precisely.
Really cool. So if you have a t-shirt that you would like us to wear in the podcast, send it our way. We can put the address below in the description and send it out. We'll wear it.
Yeah.
Well, I won't.
I will. I will wear it. I am the t-shirt.
I'll make him wear it.
Oh, well. It's all right. Never mind. Okay. So yeah, like she said, if you have something, send it our way. We'll wear it, talk about it. But that's kind of what we got for today's podcast. So
questions, comments, post them down below or on Facebook. Just remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Fargo 3D Printing. So
cool.
Yeah, that's it for us.
Cool. Well, on behalf of myself and John's replacement, Katie, this week, have a great weekend. Make sure you get printing, stay printing, and change the world. Bye.
Are you chewing your cud over there?
Moo. Sweet.
We kicked butt, man.
That's good.